start. It's like a new season. How did that attitude help you in Boston?
Yeah, I'll start.
Yeah.
I think just like you said, new season. Obviously, it's kind of been a story that we didn't have the best lead up to playoffs, but I think we all just we we believed in our team, believed in the group, and it is a new kind of game in the playoffs, and we played a hungry, physical style, and I think it paid off for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously we were in desperate need of that reset and of that 0-0 record, and we took full advantage of having the opportunity to go out there and compete and earn our way into a championship game.
How does that help now your confidence going into the next round? And what is your mindset for that series?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, anytime you can come in as an underdog and use that to your advantage and play with that chip on your shoulder, I think that's a lot of fun. And then when you see the results that we were getting, it just adds fuel to the fire. And now it's one game, it's up in the air, and it's for anybody to grab. So we're really excited.
Um, no, I was just gonna say, how proud are you of this team too? Can you talk a little bit about what makes this team special and how proud of you
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah, I'm super proud of our group. We've really come together. I think throughout the season, like we had a a lot of new faces, including us, to start off, and then I think we've just continued to grow that chemistry and really going into playoffs. It's been really fun just to continue to see that. It was awesome for us. We were in Boston for basically a week, and just getting that extra quality time with everyone and having fun and just letting loose was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think a big talk this season has always been the potential of our roster and what we can put together when we're playing our best. And then to see it come together when we needed it most and on the biggest stage so far was really cool.
You guys both being from Minnesota, how special would it be to bring this Isobel Cup back here?
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, it's always been cool to look up to Whitecaps players along the way. Like growing up, I know I've been to some games and just have seen them out in the community when I was in youth hockey, and now to be in that position and then to get the opportunity to win a championship with this team is super special.
Not just validating to be with the Whitecaps, but for both of you, just this opportunity to win your way to be on this stage as the popularity of women's hockey continues to improve. How great of an opportunity is it? 15 years ago, 20 years ago, this may have been a dream, but here it is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I think the opportunity to go into a non-traditional hockey market and showcase what we're capable of is super special. And then with the chance to go out there and then bring some hardware home to a community that's been so supportive to us and has been really a backbone to the women's game for so long. Just super excited to be a part of it, and it's a really exciting time to be part of the women's game for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean just to add on to what she said is we've really earned this opportunity. I think just women's hockey in general, not even just our team, but just to be on this stage and to be in this professional environment and having the Mullet Arena and Coyotes host us is awesome. So we're just super excited. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is running out of time. Sorry, I didn't know if I should.
Okay,
We'll see if
after this round, we'll start the next.
Okay. Hi guys, thanks for coming up for practice. Nice, you both joined this team this season. There've been a lot of changes this season, new arena, a lot of front office turnover, a significant amount of roster turnover. How has that experience been coming into a team that's sort of finding its identity, especially if you sit as the captain?
Yeah, no, I think it's been something we've talked about a lot, and I think kind of like I said before, just we've really come together as a group. A lot of us have played together in the past or known each other just from Minnesota hockey, so it's been cool to really just become a team this year and have success, and then really just have even more success in playoffs and see what we can do. Has been fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well said. Yeah.
So there were a lot of ups and downs this season, as you mentioned. Is there anything particular you can credit for the resilience to make it through the last few games and then show up in the playoffs right there?
That's a good question.
I mean, yeah, I'll credit our leadership. Our captains have done a great job. 4 of the hardest working players on our team and come to the rink every day with a smile on their face, regardless of how we played last weekend or how things are looking. And I think that really bleeds into the group, especially a group of younger players in this league and a lot of new faces. You have to have that support system to rely on and something to look for when things are not going your way. And I think we did a really great job of shifting our mentality going into playoffs and deciding that, it's really up to us how we want to end this season. We could have rolled over and said, we're on this skid, like, let's just mail it in and go home, or we could put up a fight and see what happens. And obviously, I'm glad we chose the latter.
Yeah. No, what she said, that was good.
So as one of the younger players on the team coming in from NCAA, what have your observations been coming into this league from NCAA and how it's running?
Yeah, I mean, they're very different. In the college setting, you're together 22 hours a day. Like, you know what I mean? You're very structured. You have your whole day, your whole week scheduled out for you. And here it's a lot more self-accountability and making sure you're being a professional, as we are, and taking care of yourself and doing the little things to set you up for success. It's a lot less micromanagement and a lot more self-accountability, which sure took some adjustment and things like that. But I think all of us college players have found our stride here in the last half of the season, regardless of obviously our record down the stretch. But really proud to be a part of this group and this group of rookies, I guess.
I mean, you say they're rookies, but it really feels like, for the most part, we have a pretty core group of, I don't know.
Mature.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess they're rookies, but they're still like mature, and everyone's, I don't know, kind of been leaders on this team. And even Liz had talked about, I don't know, being a leader, but she's been a huge leader for us even as a rookie. So it's been fun to see her have a good season.
You both mentioned playing with a lot of girls from Minnesota. So having played in a few different leagues, is it significant to have a team full of people who came up through the Minnesota high school and the college system? Like, does that help?
I mean, I think yes and no. I think it's always cool to have a team that also has some like diversity to it, which our team does have, as well as girls that know each other. So I think that combination of familiarity, I'm gonna stumble on my words there, familiarity, and also having girls from Czechia, from Sweden, and then from Canada too. So we kind of have a mix of locals who really have a ton of pride and kind of know the Minnesota landscape, and then we also have girls from all over that bring a lot of talent and just different energy to our team.
Liz, last one, I think you played in the NCAA tournament pretty successfully, and in the rivalry series, and now in the PHF playoffs. So what are the different challenges physically and mentally for all of those? Do you feel like the NCAA and PHF prepared you for like international style?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I played pretty different roles in each of those teams, in each of those situations, and I think I've learned a lot from all of my teammates, regardless of what position they played or what role they played on a team. So just to be able to lean back on that, and those are the players that I really looked up to, is the girls that maybe weren't getting the minutes, but were the happiest for everybody else on the ice, or everybody getting those opportunities. So definitely was well prepared, obviously physically, and as a hockey player, you have to be in those roles to get these other opportunities. So just a lot of people that have helped me develop on the way as both a teammate and on the ice. I'm super grateful. I've been surrounded by a lot of great players and people.
Thanks, guys.
You have less than a minute. Perfect timing.
Anyone else? Yeah, Jackson Bowling. I'm with Let's Play Hockey. Quick question. You mentioned that you looked up to a lot of players in previous years of Whitecaps. Can you mention some of those names, and were they Minnesota kids too?
Yeah, I have always looked up to Winnie, of course. She's a big Minnesota hockey, I don't even know, the queen of Minnesota hockey, I would say. So she's definitely one, but I do have a specific memory of Gigi Marvin coming to one of my practices back in the day, and she's one of my biggest hockey idols. So yeah, I just remember getting her autograph and her coming to a few of my practices, and that's a specific one I have.